Okay, we got to get this thing going here, don't we? Sure we do. All right, hey, folks, this is Sherman Ray. This is the Livin in Vegas podcast. Time to get this show started. Let's get it going. Hey, and good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray. This is the Livin in Vegas podcast. We come to you each and every day. We talk to you about the people, the places, the trends, events that shape. Oh, gotta get my hands here. That shape the city of Las Vegas. When you think of living in Vegas, folks, think living local and the return of cool. That's right. Hey, and folks, it is Friday. Fantastic. It's finally Friday. We want to welcome everybody to the show today. I was out yesterday because I was actually out filming yesterday. I met somebody on the road a couple of days ago when I was out filming on the road a couple of days ago. And I thought, you know what, I'll get out there and I'll do some filming too. So I was out at Rancho Circle. We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But yeah, so I was out yesterday doing some research and we'll be airing that. I don't know, maybe next week we'll air that. But I want to welcome you all to the show today. And especially I want to welcome all of our friends over at Facebook. Oh, let me go over there and take a look at that. Sorry. It's funny. I was looking at something earlier this morning. There was a guy on Facebook, and what they did is, even though I am the president of Livin in Vegas, I look at all kinds of stuff. And one of them was an ancient Egypt thing. So I was looking at this ancient Egypt thing. And when I saw it, of course, I started screwing around with it. and so I was off on my page. Well, good morning, everybody. And if you're joining us, definitely we want to welcome you and have a happy Friday. Definitely say a shout out. Give me a shout out if that's where you're at. I'm gonna get the Livin in Vegas business page up also. And we'll do the Livin Weekly page is up, of course. Got to have that one. And Black Success Magazine. Got a lot of talk about Black Success because that was actually a very, very interesting thing that happened this yesterday. We're going to talk about some hirings, some new hirings. And I think one of my good friends, Manny, just had a baby. So congratulations to Manny. All right, we're all set up. For those of you, this might be the first time you're checking us out. I'm Sherman Ray. I'm the president of Livin in Vegas magazine. This is the current issue of Livin in Vegas magazine with Nathan Hall on the front cover there. We blast this out all over the place, folks. I mean, I know a lot of people see it here on Facebook. You see it on YouTube. If you're checking us out on any one of our social media platforms, our affiliates, you see this all over the place. And so we want to remind everybody just to check out Bad Beat Brewing Company. They're doing a fantastic job. Located over off of, I remember what this was. They're over off of like Las Vegas or Lake Mead Boulevard and, forgot. Anyways, I forgot the name of it. But you can read the current edition of Livin in Vegas magazine. You can find out about it. It's got all of his information on there. We also have the current edition of Livin Weekly magazine, and it is up also, which we're just excited about that. This is, of course, the picture of Sammy Davis Jr. No, it is not me, folks. I know, even though it looks like me. Got the microphone. I guess it could be me. Even though Sammy and I actually have a lot of things in common. We're both black. We were both entertainers. So I was an entertainer for many years. He much more than I was. We're both slight in stature, which means we're less than 6 feet tall. I won't even tell you how tall I am. So that is the current edition. You can actually check out Livin Weekly magazine. Just go to our website, livininvegas.com, and you can check that out also. Let's talk about something very cool. Well, let's do this real quick. I'll sell something real quick, and then we'll be back in a second. Okay? Hi, everybody. It's Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast. Are you a business owner that's looking to get the word out about his product, service, or even just a great message out there? Well, we'd like to give you that opportunity by being a guest on Livin in Vegas podcast. It's super simple. All you got to do is contact us at advertising@livininvegas.com. That's advertising@livininvegas.com, and we'll schedule you for an interview on Livin in Vegas podcast. I'm Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right. And we're back, folks. Thank you so much for all being a part of the show this morning. And one of the things that has happened the last couple of days, just things have just been all over the place. There was a new hiring over, at the Raiders, and this is Sandra Douglas Morgan. And Sandra, this is big stuff right now. Sandra Douglas Morgan, former El Dorado high school alumni. Can anything good come out of El Dorado? Yes, it can. I went to El Dorado High School. She's much younger than I am. As you can tell, she's much younger than I am. She became an attorney, was the attorney for North Las Vegas, and oversaw a rebirth in North Las Vegas. And then was over at the Gaming Control Board. She's an underachiever, folks. Just an underachiever. Lazy girl. Couldn't be Jamaican. And now she finds herself being not just the president of the Raiders, which in and of itself is a huge accomplishment, no doubt about it, but she's the first African-American president of an NFL team. And so just got to clap for her. I mean, she has done such a fantastic job. We're so excited for her, not just because she's a local girl, not just because she is an El Dorado alumni. Yes, she is, man. But because she is really breaking the barriers down for a lot of women around the nation and around the world who've all wanted to be a part of NFL. Now, I don't know if Sandra has ever wanted to be a part of the Raiders organization, but she definitely has executive experience. She's run major budgets and people, and that's kind of her thing. I mean, that's really where she's at. She's coming into an organization that has found itself in the last couple of years embroiled in a lot of just kind of weird crap, to tell you the truth. But between Chucky going out the door and then them just unceremoniously getting rid of their last president, but her job is to bring together a world-class organization. We're so excited for her, and so what does that look like? I mean, what is it going to look like to have a new president? Well, she's going to be reaching out to everybody. So her job, in essence, I was watching the news conference with her. Her job is basically to run the team. Okay, her job is the day-to-day operations of the team, the money, the vendors, the different aspects of running a team. Now, as a business owner, many people who watch the show are business owners. If you've had to run a business, you know that one of the things that you have to do is you've got vendors, you've got people you pay. So gazintas and gazautas. Okay, let's just put it that way. Gazintas and gazautas. Now, take that to a level. Let's say you're in a restaurant and you've got people who do your lobster, people who do your POS system, all that stuff. Now you take it to a sports outlet. Now, instead of you having 4 employees or 6 employees or 17 employees, you might have hundreds of people who are part of an NFL franchise team. So you've got the football team, you've got the cheerleaders, you've got the coaches, you've got the trainers, you've got the advertisers, you've got all these people that you've got to now start juggling, okay? Well, and then that's if everybody's playing nice. Okay, if everybody's playing nicey nice, you're good, okay? But in any locale, you come in, people want to test you. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen to her. Sandra, we will be praying for you, sis. I shouldn't say it because you know what? You had to deal with the folks over North Las Vegas during a time when North Las Vegas, the city of North Las Vegas, was going through a major upheaval, and and you were able to bring them out of receivership to now being one of the fastest growing cities in the nation. So we're very excited for you what you're able to do, and so you have to deal with some receivers and some shenanigans here and there and stuff like that. That's no big deal. It's not a big deal. You can handle it, girl. I know you can. So we're excited for you. And that kind of reminds me that here in Las Vegas, we're having a lot of firsts, and a lot of it has to do with women. We're going to be writing about this this week in Livin Weekly magazine about the the connection between Las Vegas and women's sports and women moving into leadership. And this is big because I know I just thought about it. I was, the magazine was going to go in a different direction this week, but it really, with the announcement, oh, I'm going to write this down, folks, because if I don't, ideas are very funny. Ideas are very fickle. If you don't write them down, they will go bye-bye. And so I write down stuff all the time, and this is actually a script, a movie script I'm writing. So we're going to redo the entire. We're going to redo the entire magazine today. So it means I'm going to be very busy today. So we're going to be writing about women that changed sports in Las Vegas. Okay. So, and of course, we're going to have. So you see how my creative process works here, folks. I've got to write everything down. So, we're going to talk about, especially, I can think of at least 20 women who are going to be a part of this already. Okay. And at the tip of the iceberg is going to be Mark Davis. And a lot of what has happened with Mark Davis and so the Raiders and the Vegas Golden Knights have all done some major contributions to women's sports. And not only has it affected women at the local level here in Las Vegas, which we need with the Aces, and we've got some of the other sports that are going on, but it's happening with women nationally, and it's helping them out tremendously. So look for the Livin Weekly magazine this week, folks. This is going to be big. I really think so if you start seeing it by the end of the day, folks, it's because somebody heard they're watching our podcast and they jumped on first. Because other people have bigger, they've just got bigger budgets than we do. Okay, and they're able to put like 20, 30 people on it. But you heard it here first that we were talking about what's happening with women in sports. So what else is going on? So some of you are probably going to hear a lot of Jets today. And the reason why you're going to hear a lot of Jets is because out at Nellis Air Force Base, and a lot of you, if you've lived here any length of time, Nellis Air Force Base is one of the most important, what do you call them? What would you say? Installations in the nation. And they have training that starts out there, and we have another red flag training. It's called Red Flag 22-3. It started July 9th, which will be tomorrow. So it'll start tomorrow all the way through to the 29th. So they said, hey, residents, you're probably going to hear a little bit more noise out there, and it's going to be something that's going to probably bug you a little bit. Also, in the news, this is kind of breaking your heart. It really does. Metro has got $1,000 reward for information leading to the capture of the a-hole. That's my Christian way of saying a-hole. To the leading to the arrest of the person who has shot another horse out at Red Rock Canyon. Now this is terrible. So the shooting happened. What was it? Just this week? I think it just happened this week. Um, Out at the same place that this happened. Where is this at? Cowboy Trails Rides. Oh, I've seen that place so many times going out there. Um, so what they're saying is somebody walked up. Guy walks up. He's got a mask on and a handgun, and he just comes up and just kills a horse, and just kind of runs off. So, folks, it's very obvious when you're out at Red Rock, you can hear a gunshot. So, if you have any information, we will leave this on our website that you can contact Metro. If you're listening right now, the number to call them 702-828-3364. Okay, 702-828-3364. If you want to call Metro and say, hey, look, I know who this Jamocha Shake is. Okay. Because that's just wrong. It's just wrong on so many levels, and somebody like that just shouldn't be. Sometimes you wonder. The things that happen in Vegas are changing a little bit, folks. I don't want to put a scare into anybody and say, hey, folks, Vegas is going to the crapper, because it's not. There's no doubt about it. We've got a lot more really good people here, great people here, than we do have people from California, people who are moving here to make life miserable here. I grew up here in Las Vegas. I know Vegas very well, and we have a wonderful, wonderful valley here. So, but every once in a while we have people come in and they do things that they should not do. Kind of like the guy on 4th of July. Many of you have already heard the story. If you're, well, I've got a lot of light over here, don't I? Probably should do something here. Yeah, I think so. Next time out, put a little more something to cover that light. It's so bright over there. There on 4th of July, a guy was lighting fireworks. Now I live in a condo area, so it's a small place. I won't even tell you. We bought this place because it looked like very green, and it doesn't look like, if you're in where I live at, you wouldn't even know you're in the desert because it's just green. It's just very pretty, and that's what we bought here. So we've got new people have been moving into the area, and they have kids, which we don't have kids anymore. We're empty nesters now, which is pretty cool. So I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. I love my kids. I would not trade my kids for anything. I love my kids. I really do. I love to see them. And I never tell them this, of course, even though when they come over, I hug and kiss on them all the time. But, and then I kick them out. But, so I love my kids, but I live in a place where there should not be a lot of kids. It's pretty much adult. So this guy's got these kids, and he's lighting off, talking about 4th of July, this guy's lighting off fireworks next to his car. Mistake number one. Next to my bedroom window. Mistake number two. Underneath a 60-year-old tree that overhangs, looks like a eucalyptus type tree, okay? Mistake number three, okay? And number four, you're not supposed to be lighting fireworks off here in the first place. So I come outside because I hear this sound and I smell all this stuff. And the guy goes, "What's up, dude?" And his kids are jumping up and down. You know how kids are. Jumping up and down. "Yay, Dad, light off another sparkler, burn up the car, blow up the house. Who cares? I don't care as long as I see." So I tell the guy, "Look, you can't light these fireworks off here." And this little kid's got that look on his face like, "Dad, who is this guy? Because I am that guy. I will tell people you're not supposed to do certain things." The wife goes, "Oh, it doesn't go up in the air. It's all good. Don't worry about it." I go, "Ma'am, I understand that. I get it. But tree, house, windows, the whole thing." And I tell the whole thing. And the guy goes, "Well, I'll just go down the alleyway here a little bit more." I go, dude, no, you can't. You're not supposed to do this at all here. And so what does he do? He goes down the alleyway and he does it anyways, right? Who am I? I don't own the place. I own my place. I don't own the entire area. So I'm just the mayor, I guess. 12:30 at night, fire department. Woo, 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 woo. What happened? The guy, I suspect, had been lighting off his fireworks because he was the only one lighting them off. And he took the fireworks after he was all done. He threw them in the trash can. Something tells me he did not douse those fireworks before he put them in the trash can. Flames. Now, unfortunately, this fireworks, the trash can, was under another tree, a pine tree. Once again, these are old trees. My area is very old. And the fire department came in there, and the guy looked at me. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, bug. Got you though. The fire man looks at me like, I cannot believe people are doing this. And I told him. I said, look, dude, I told the guy not to do this, and he didn't listen to me. Nobody listens, except for you, of course. So that's what it is. So every once in a while we have people who do that. Do I have time for another story? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna stick another one in here, folks. Here's a quick one. We do have a couple of political things that are going on. Former President Trump is actually going to be here. We mentioned this earlier in the week. He's going to be here today. I think it starts about 5 o'clock. He'll be over at Treasure Island, so a lot of people will be out there. I think this is a pretty good story. Are the Aviators playing tonight? Yes, they are. So the Aviators are playing Oklahoma City. All right, so this is cool. So they're playing in Oklahoma City. Now, this is what's going on with the Aviators. Aviators and Oklahoma City have been going back and forth with this game. Oh, my gosh. We need to put these guys away. We just need to put them away and be done with these guys because they're in our way of just continuing to our winning ways. The same thing with the Aces. Now, the Aces, they're not playing. They're playing tonight, too. Let me make sure. So the Aces are playing tonight. They're playing against... No, they're not. I think they're playing... They're going to be playing the Commissioner's Cup on the 12th. They'll be playing against the Liberty. And it's going to be on TV. So here's the deal with the Aces. The Aces are, the Las Vegas Aces are WNBA team. They started out on a tear, just beating everybody right and left, jumping up and down, that kind of stuff. And then we started doing this. We win, lose, we win, we lose, we win, we lose. And now I think we're like 13-5 or 12-5 or something like that. Still tops in our league, but we are tied now with, I think, New York Liberty. I think we are tied with. All right, so we're playing against New York in New York, starting off the Commissioner's Cup. I'm pretty sure we're. I know we're playing on the 12th, and we're playing against the New York Liberty. It's going to be on TV. You've got to watch this game, folks. If for no other reason, just to root our girls on. Many of you know I love sports, love women's sports specifically. I mean, I love watching the guys' sports. I mean, no doubt about it. But if you give me, and you've heard this before, if you give me a chance to watch a women's sports event or a guy's sports event, I will probably pick the women's sports event all the time. And the reason why, I think it's an emotional thing, to tell you the truth, because women tend to enjoy their wins more. Guys are just different. I mean, it's not that, and I've played sports, guys. I was actually a really good running back. I was a track and field guy, and I was a gymnast. So I'm very much into sports, but I've found that women's sports and college sports, especially, are just where I love to watch. I mean, I love you watching UNLV. And as a matter of fact, UNLV just signed a new player. It If you want to get all of this stuff, folks, we send out a lot of this stuff on in an email, on a daily email. But you can always go to our website at livininvegas.com, and we will post a lot of the stuff that I don't get to talk about on the show here on the podcast will be on our website. So after the show, I don't know, give it till about another hour after the show's over with. We will have all of these stories up on our website. Okay, right on the front page. You don't have to go looking for it. And we will have the podcast up. Will be on there also. So don't worry about it. It'll be up there. And then later today, the special issue of Livin Weekly magazine will be on the Livin in Vegas page. Okay, so you're gonna check that out. It's gonna be so cool. I mean, it really is. As you saw that I was looking at it before, there are just so many things that we're going to be able to talk about. I really think so. It's just we're having an amazing week, and we're having an even amazing weekend. Once again, I want to congratulate Sandra Douglas Morgan for her she just did a great job. She really did. I know I had some of my friends say, "Oh well, they're just hiring her because she's black." Unfortunately, that happens a lot where people are saying, "Well, we just want to hire black folks, so black folks get off our back," and or that they're feeling guilty or whatever. In this case, no. I think she is just talented. She's just a talented woman. There's no doubt about it. She's got the chops. There's no doubt about it. This was not a placeholder where they're saying the same thing with Becky Hammon. Becky Hammon is the bad girl. Okay, she's the bad girl. There's no doubt about it. And she has brought the Aces, their game, up to a whole new level. There's no doubt about it. And so I think you're going to see more and more women coming to the front who have been sitting in the back for many years, have not gotten their shot. And so we're very excited about that to see. And here in Las Vegas, the folks who are coming into Las Vegas see it, and they want to to push them forward, which is great. So we might turn into I don't know, might turn into something. Might be cool. You know what I forgot to do? I didn't make an announcement. Okay, I got one more announcement I got to make. The Vegas Livin Expos, we have had a scheduling error for the Vegas Livin Expos. It was planned for August 3rd. We are having to reschedule that, so it is canceled. It's not canceled. It's just rescheduled. So it's going to be rescheduled August, September, October. I think we're doing it in October. I think October 3rd is when we're actually going to be doing it. So it just has to be pushed back. It's unavoidable, and so we'll be contacting folks who have been already signing up to be a part of that event. We're so sorry about that, but it's unavoidable, and we can't do anything about it. So once again, Vegas Livin Expos scheduled for October 3rd is postponed. It is going to be moved to October, the first Wednesday in October, I believe it is. And I have to double check the date on that. We'll contact everybody about that. We'll put up a thing about it here fairly quickly here. Okay. Anyways, folks, we're out of time. We will see you again Monday, folks, for Livin in Vegas podcast. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. This has been Sherman Ray for Vegas for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. When you think of Livin in Vegas, folks, think living local and the return of cool. Okay, we'll see you again Monday when we talk a little bit more about Vegas. Okay, we'll see you later, folks.